Now, as Lillian prepares to impress Ali Kiba with her Kiswahili skills, we take a look at what's happening on the day's sports. Good evening and welcome. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. Now we kick off with football, where Kenya will face Ethiopia in the return leg of their African Nations Championships qualifiers tomorrow afternoon at the Nyayo National Stadium. Kenya faces a monumental task of overturning the 2-0 deficit from the first leg in Bahar Dar. Meanwhile, the Harambee Stars today received a shot in the arm as businessman Gor Semelango donated 100,000 Kenya shillings to boost their morale ahead of tomorrow's match. Semelango has also promised an extra incentive if Kenya overturns the deficit.
I came here to at least support Harambee Stars players, to motivate them because they are playing tomorrow. And as you are aware, our players need motivation so that they are able to perform. I've agreed with them. I've given them 100,000 today, and tomorrow, if they perform well, if they win, I give them another 200,000. So.
Elsewhere, the Ethiopians held their final training session today at the Nyayo National Stadium. The Walias are full strength and are likely to adopt a more defensive approach ahead of tomorrow's return leg.
We need to go to the next round. To do that, we have to do whatever we have to do according to by the game rules. Yeah. So we're here to win the game.
Indeed, the Harambee Stars will need all the support they can get, so make your way to the stadium tomorrow from 4 p.m. and support our national team. But if you can't make it for that, hopefully you can make it for the Masaku Sevens, the rugby, which the main tournament, of course, kicks off tomorrow at the Machakos Stadium in Machakos County. The university teams began their campaign this afternoon with Black Blood from Kenyatta University hammering USIU 19-7. Eastlanders were dominated by Multimedia 14-10. PCA University, however, proved too strong for Northern Rugby as Black Blood hammered Athi River as well. Now, the City of Champions will play host to a different sort of race tomorrow as 52 cars zoom off in the Eldoret Rally. Racing driver Manveer Singh Barian will be first off the ramp as KCB Eldoret Rally gets underway. The rally drivers are expected to tackle 290 kilometers with the spectator stage set for the world-famous Floor Spa area where the cars will run for 4 kilometers. Now, the Center for Multi-Party Democracy today hosted a forum with CEOs and sports managers as part of its sports governance program with a bid to address the current development trends in sports and set the pace for the future. The program seeks to help sports federations set up accountable governance structures in the management of sports and also to discuss amendments to the 2013 Sports Act. CMD Kenya Chairperson Honorable Magara said he will lobby the Council of Governors to support youth and sports development in the counties, adding that there is urgent need to engage the youth in sports, thus keeping them away from crime and drugs. Of course, this program is implemented in partnership with Strathmore University, the Dutch Embassy and Sports International. Now, taking a look at other stories, it's a stellar lineup in the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase that will be taking place at the Paddy Diamond League tomorrow with Jairus Piret, Ezekiel Kemboi and Consensus Kipruto battling it out. Jairus Piret dominated the Oslo meet in Norway as he led the men's race ahead of Consensus Kipruto, Paul Kipsiele-Koech and Hilary Yego. It was, however, a poor outing for Olympic champion Ezekiel Kemboi, who finished a distant 10th. In the women's 800 meters, Eunice Soom will be the one to watch tomorrow.
He's going to return to winning ways here, stretching out down that back straight, and the lead, which 600 meters ago was about 15 meters, is at least double that now. And Biresh, full of running still, just one more water jump to negotiate, one barrier in the home straight. The crowd rising on their feet, they love their distance running here. The great Henry Rono is in the stands as well, who once was the world record holder in the steeplechase, the 3,000 metres which he set here in Oslo, the 5,000 and the 10,000. You won't see that anymore happening. very much.
Well, make sure you catch Citizen Sports tomorrow, as we'll have some of the highlights of the races that have already taken place at the Paris Diamond League. But finally, we cross the borders, where Chelsea announced earlier today the signing of Colombian striker Radamel Falcao from French club Monaco on a season-long loan deal. Falcao, who spent last season on loan with rivals Manchester United, will join up with Jose Mourinho's side for pre-season training as Chelsea look to defend the Premier League title they claimed last season. The Colombian, who has scored 25 goals for his country, has just returned from the Copa America in Chile, where Colombia crashed out to Argentina in the quarter-final stage. Elsewhere in the Poland rally, Ford's Ott Tanakis is 10.9 seconds ahead of Norway's Andreas Mikkelsen in the first of the 3 Volkswagen Polos. Tanak was fastest on stages 3, 4 and 5 to pull out his advantage, while champion Sébastien Ogier of France in another Polo is currently 3rd overall, with another, that of Jari Matti Latvala, 4th. And finally, soccer fans have begun making their way to Vancouver ahead of Sunday's World Cup Women's Final. A majority of the fans planning to attend the final at the BC Place Stadium are American soccer moms. The United States qualified for the final after edging out Germany 2-0 in the semis. They will face defending champions Japan, who stunned England 2-1 in the other semi-final. Sunday's final will be a repeat of the 2011 final. Well, that's all we had time for today on the Sports Desk, but don't despair, we'll have lots and lots of sports tomorrow, including the highlights of all that we have announced is going to be taking place this week. And nevertheless, let's get tweeting now with the hashtag #1on1. Ali Kiba joining us. We've got an amazing studio set up, and of course, Lillian, I'm waiting to see how she's going to do that interview. Very excited, of course, as one of her supporters. So use the hashtag #1on1 at Lillian Muli and get set for an amazing interview.